5K.
Who out of all five of us do you think won't finish? Who do you think will get it first?
No, I'm glad you said that.
Amanda Halterman's shocking departure from TLC's hit reality. Series 1000 Delby Sisters has left fans stunned and the network scrambling. What appeared on screen as playful banter and heated family clashes was, according to Amanda, only the surface of a much deeper conflict. Behind the cameras, her relationship with TLC producers had been deteriorating for months, culminating in an explosive on-set meltdown that ended with Amanda ripping off her microphone, storming out, and vowing never to return. To understand why someone as tough, outspoken, and loyal as Amanda Halterman walked away at the height of the show's success, we need to revisit the growing tensions that pushed her to the edge. From the very beginning, Amanda was different. She didn't join the show for fame or money. She joined because her family needed her. Tammy was struggling with her health. Amy was adjusting to motherhood. And Amanda stepped in as the sharp-tongued but fiercely protective sister. Fans loved her honesty, humor, and no-nonsense attitude. But the very qualities that made Amanda popular with viewers became a problem for producers. Reality TV thrives on drama tears, shouting, and confrontations. TLC leaned heavily on this formula, but Amanda wanted authenticity. She wanted the show to reflect real struggles and victories, not staged fights. As seasons went by, Amanda felt herself being transformed into a character she didn't recognize. Editing turned jokes into insults and honest conversations into heated fights. The compassionate moments she shared with her sisters were left out, replaced with clips that painted her as the angry sister. Amanda, who had sacrificed so much to support Tammy and Amy, was frustrated to see her image distorted into something unkind. At first, she tolerated it for the sake of her sisters' journeys. But by season 8, Amanda's patience had run out. Every conversation with producers felt like a battle, every scene like a setup. The final straw came when producers allegedly tried to stage a confrontation between Amanda and one of her siblings during what should have been a routine family moment. Witnesses say Amanda tore off her mic pack, slammed it down, and shouted, "I'm not your puppet," before unloading years of pent-up frustration. She accused TLC of exploiting her family's pain, manipulating her image, and turning their hardships into cheap entertainment. Her final words before walking out: "You'll never get another second of my life on camera." Amanda's exit was immediate and permanent. Producers scrambled to salvage the season, executives panicked, and the cast was left shocked. But Amanda felt liberated. For her, this wasn't just a heated outburst, it was the result of months of conflict and years of disappointment. Insiders revealed that Amanda had long accused producers of deceptive editing, rearranging conversations, and creating false narratives. She reportedly told friends, "That's not me. They made that character and I'm sick of acting like her." What hurt most was that Amanda had only ever joined to support her family, not to become a villain on screen. Those who know her personally insist she is far kinder and more compassionate than viewers ever saw. The constant manipulation took a toll on the entire family. Tammy, already burdened with health struggles, was often thrust into manufactured conflicts. Amy, managing life as a single mother, was pressured into dramatic storylines. And Amanda was repeatedly cast as the enforcer, forced into the role of the disciplinarian who had to keep her sisters in line. It was exhausting, unfair, and unsustainable. The breaking point came when producers wanted Amanda to confront Amy over parenting struggles in a tear-filled stage scene. Amanda refused, insisting it was contrived and damaging. When producers pushed harder, arguing that viewers needed the drama, Amanda exploded and walked away for good. Crew members later admitted they weren't surprised. One recalled, "She's been at war with them for months. I'm shocked it didn't happen sooner." Rumors spread quickly after Amanda's walk-off. Leaks hit social media, fueling speculation that she might even have evidence texts. emails, or recordings that exposed TLC's behind-the-scenes manipulation. Others suggested Amanda could eventually go public, revealing everything the cameras didn't show. Whether or not those rumors prove true, Amanda has made one thing clear: she will not let TLC define her or silence her. For her, walking away wasn't weakness. It was strength. A declaration of independence from a system that had taken advantage of her family's struggles. Amanda wasn't just a side character. She was the balance, the voice of reason, the sister who confronted hard truths when no one else would. She stood up to Tammy when her bad habits returned, held Amy accountable when life became overwhelming, and brought fire and honesty to the family's story. Without her, fans are left wondering how the show can continue with the same heart. Her dramatic exit isn't just about one person leaving a reality show. It's a turning point for 1000 Delby sisters and a warning to the industry. Amanda's final words, "Enough is enough," were more than a personal statement. They were a message to every producer who believes that ratings are worth more than respect, that people can be twisted into caricatures for entertainment, and that families can be pushed beyond their breaking point. For Amanda Halterman, this wasn't just a walk-off. It was a revolution. Amanda Halterman's journey from being the fiery, brutally honest backbone of her family on TLC's 1000 Delby Sisters to becoming the center of one of the network's most explosive crises is a story that captures both the brilliance and the cruelty of reality television. Because what started as Amanda simply being herself, authentic, tough, protective, and unfiltered, was twisted into a manufactured image created by producers desperate for drama. And while her bold personality made her a fan favorite, it also painted a target on her back for editors who knew TLC thrived on extremes, viral fights, and emotional meltdowns, turning her natural fire into a commodity until the very traits that made her unique became the very tools used against her. Because though Amanda wasn't acting, though she wasn't playing a role, producers began manipulating her honesty, cutting hours of footage that showed her consoling her sisters, cleaning up chaos, and holding her family together, instead piecing together clips that emphasized her sarcasm, her sharp remarks, her temper, until Amanda was portrayed as the angry sister, a villainous caricature that hurt her deeply, not only because it was false, but because it attacked the core of who she was: truthful, loyal, genuine. Worse, it reduced her family to pawns in a ratings war. And according to friends, Amanda began admitting privately that the show was breaking her family apart more than helping them, because instead of showing the struggles, the love, and the bond that carried them through, audiences were being fed nothing but conflict and chaos designed to trend online. And by the time season 8 rolled around, Amanda's patience was nearly gone. Because every conversation felt staged, every scene scripted, every day like a setup. And insiders say she began openly defying producers, pushing back when told to escalate fights, deliberately going off script when they dictated her responses, protesting louder each time they tried to box her in. Until it became a full-blown battle of wills between Amanda's determination to stay authentic and production's obsession with control. And inevitably, it came to a head during what was supposed to be a heart-to-heart with Amy, when producers wanted Amanda to criticize her sister's parenting, a setup Amanda instantly recognized as cruel and manipulative, and this time she refused outright, flatly rejecting the lines they wanted her to deliver. And when they pushed harder, she pushed back harder, until years of frustration exploded in a moment now whispered about as legendary. When Amanda tore off her microphone, slammed it on the table, and unleashed a tirade that froze the entire room, her voice shaking with rage but clear in her defiance as she declared she was not their puppet, that they had no authority over her or her family, and that she would not let them exploit her any longer. And while executives scrambled, castmates stared in shock, and security was called. Amanda wasn't threatening anyone. She was simply done. Her decision fine-lined as she stormed out. Producers shouted after her and cameras scrambled to capture the fallout. But her walkout wasn't just a dramatic exit. It was a declaration of independence. A refusal to be manipulated any longer. And with that, Amanda officially left 1000 DLB sisters, sending waves of panic through TLC because she wasn't just another cast member. She was a crucial part of the show's balance. The blunt sister who grounded the family dynamic, and without her, the series suddenly looked unstable, leaving executives with urgent questions: how to explain her absence, how fans would react, and most dangerously, what would happen if Amanda decided to go public with her version of events? Because insiders claimed she had the receipts, messages, emails, maybe even recordings that could expose years of manipulation. And if even part of it was true, TLC could face one of the biggest scandals in reality TV history. But even before Amanda spoke a word, the rumors had already escaped, spreading like wildfire through Reddit threads, Facebook groups, YouTube commentary channels, and TikTok speculation videos, where some dismissed it as gossip while others, knowing Amanda's history of standing up for her family, believed every word. And within days, fan speculation had erupted. Had Amanda really quit? Was season 8 collapsing? Was this the beginning of the end for the Slaton sisters? And through it all, Amanda herself stayed silent, not posting, not confirming, not denying, not granting interviews, her silence only feeding the frenzy. With insiders saying it was intentional, that she was determined not to let TLC dictate her story again, but instead to decide carefully when and how to share it. And if there was one thing Amanda had proven, it was that she wasn't afraid of a fight. And when she walked away, she didn't just leave a show. She reclaimed her power, sparking what might be the biggest crisis TLC has faced. Yet Amanda's story wasn't only about the battle with producers, because behind the scenes she was quietly facing her own personal struggles with health. Challenges she rarely spoke about publicly, but that she hinted at more openly in recent months, telling followers about a mysterious vascular condition that left her dizzy, unstable, and at times hospitalized, though she admitted she didn't have all the answers herself, saying only that she was on heavy blood pressure medication and working to manage the situation, updating her fans in careful, vague posts that balanced her natural honesty with her desire for privacy. And while she reassured people not to worry, she also admitted the difficulty, acknowledging moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and exhaustion. But even as she battled health issues, she remained strong, leaning on close friends, a new supportive relationship, and her own resilience, determined to keep moving forward, living in the present, and not letting fear consume her. And fans, who had seen her toughness on screen and now saw glimpses of her vulnerability, responded with love and encouragement, reminding her that the real Amanda, the loyal sister, the protective daughter, the fighter, was the one they admired, not the villain producers had painted. And as whispers continue about Amanda's next move, from rumors of a Talal book to speculation about explosive interviews, one thing is clear: Amanda Halterman's walkout was not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter where she decides the narrative. And whether she chooses to reveal everything or simply focus on her health and her family, her decision to leave has already become a cautionary tale for the entire reality television industry. Proof that behind the staged chaos are real people with real pain, and sometimes the bravest move isn't to keep playing the role but to stand up, walk away, and finally say, enough is enough. Enough.